guys, today's video is not gonna be typical. I'm gonna start this video off by saying if you don't like rants, then go ahead and click off of this video. I'll meet you back on Saturday. This video is not gonna have like an immense amount of structure to it. I've actually been thinking about how to film it for like a week now, but it's just a video that it's gotta be made, okay? I'm sorry about my nails ahead of time, okay? Don't stare at them. If you haven't seen my Psycho Lady Slept Over My House story time yet, I'm gonna link it down below. If you do not watch it, you will have no idea what's going on in this video. I have done story times about a lot of people. Some people I was upfront and I said their name in the story times, like Jonathan, my ex-boyfriend, or like Sam Peppa. But I've also had a lot of story times where I hide the people's identity. That's for various reasons, whether they're big on the internet, whether I respect them, whether I don't want people to find out who they are. I don't know. It depends. My Psycho Lady story time was about a lady named Judy. That's right, I'm still hiding her identity because I am not an awful person. Yes, everyone is going to be commenting with who she is because everyone already figured it out. But throughout this video, I am going to be hiding her username and all that good stuff. The only thing that I am going to show you that is unfiltered and not altered is audio from her vines. I'm not going to show you the actual vines, I'm just going to let you listen to them. Some of them are ones that she made and then deleted, and some of them are ones that are still up. Okay, so I make story times, right? That's like kind of like what I do now. Story times almost always involve someone else. This particular one involved a woman named Judy. I made this story time much like I make the rest of my story times, which is just I kind of like try to remember exactly what happened, write down some notes so that I don't forget things, and then I just say it. I did not expect this story to be any different. I did not expect the result of this story to be any different. It just was what it was. Now here's the thing. Judy's not a big person on the internet. She has over 50,000 followers on Vine because she bought most of her followers, or she claims that someone else bought them for her, whatever. The point is they're bought. In reality, she has around 100 followers and she's not a big person on the internet. So I honestly never thought that anyone would find her. If anything, I actually approached that story time with more respect than I've approached my other ones. Because not only did I change her name, but I left no links for anyone to be able to find out who she was. Normally when I make videos about someone and I don't put their name, I'll put one little hint in there for like people to find out who it is because I don't give a fuck. But I didn't do this with Judy. I literally changed her name. I changed everything about her. I was like, no one's ever gonna find out who she was. And I honestly don't think anyone would have found out who she was had she not gone crazy. There was one or two people who guessed who she was and I immediately deleted those comments with her name on it. I didn't want anyone going on her page harassing her. I didn't want anything like that. So I deleted those comments and that's it. That was the end of that. All of a sudden, she started making vines about being Judy. I would say every other day or a few times a week, she would address the fact that she was Judy and use the hashtag JudyKnow, which a bunch of people were using. It's not just her. There was a lot of people using JudyKnow. So she put herself in that hashtag and claimed, yes, I am Judy. Fuck it. I love this shit. At first, I didn't give a fuck. Okay, honestly, I could not have cared less. Now listen, I don't know how I would react if someone with hundreds of thousands of subscribers made a video about me. It's never happened and I don't know how I would deal with it. I assume I would do what I've done in other scenarios when a lot of people are kind of like on my shit about something, and that's that I just lay low and I let them forget about it. That's what everyone else who I've made a story time about does. And that fucking includes Sam Peppa, which honestly, you guys fucking amazed me with how many comments say, why are you there though, on his fucking page. I find that funny because I don't see that as harassing. I was telling a true story and you guys were saying a funny line from it on his page. It's not like you went on his page and started fucking making fun of him. He obviously has seen the video, I am 100% sure, because you guys made sure of that. And he doesn't say anything, and I guarantee you that it's gonna be a very, very short time before everyone just forgets and stops commenting that. That's just how the internet works. Everyone cares until they don't anymore, and it's old news. But Judy couldn't let this go. When I made my ban from Uber story time, I mentioned that you guys had figured out who Judy was, and I didn't realize that that would actually make the matter worse. I kind of just was like, oh, they already figured out who it was, and I just mentioned it. My subscribers have grown substantially in the last 2 months, so I'm kind of not used to it. I'm used to just like saying shit and nobody cares. But now I say shit and people like read into it. You guys are fucking CIA ninjas. So I didn't even realize I just made that comment like nothing, and at least 100 of you went on her page that night. Most of the comments were JudyKnow, which again, just like the sandpepper thing, I think is hilarious. It's not bullying, it's not stalking, it's just like, oh, this is a funny line. She was owning up to being Judy anyway, so I didn't see a problem with that. In the beginning, she acted like she loved the attention. She's like, haha, yeah, this story was funny, this and that. And then throughout the month, she started getting more angry. It was no longer a ha ha ha, I love this. It was like, I'm being stalked. And then she started fighting with my fans. And even then, I saw that and I don't think she makes the, how do I say this in a nice way? She ran into a pole. Like, what do I expect her to do now? I know she would like to categorize herself as like a quirky, weird individual. For me, I don't even know how to categorize her. I'll just say that I wasn't surprised by the fact that she was fighting with my viewers. I left it alone thinking that it would go away just like everything on the internet does, but no, Judy has not stopped. And I know I'm gonna get a lot of comments that say, oh, just leave this alone, don't give her that kind of attention. Listen, on Vine, a lot of people would do that to me. I would say something I wanted to say or talk about something I wanted to talk about and everyone would be be like, oh, just shut up already. But I'm not gonna fucking do that on YouTube. I'm not playing that game. You guys are more than welcome to leave your opinions about what you think I should or should not have done, but I am an adult and I have a voice and now I'm using it. It took me like a week to film this video, man. I had to like remove myself from the situation because I was pretty pissed. Now let's get into the reason why I'm making this video. There are two main reasons. Number one, Judy is accusing all of you guys of stalking her, and that is unacceptable because I know that is not true. And number two, she is claiming that I embellished the story. Now, first things first, let's look up the definition of embellished, shall we? To make a statement or story more interesting or entertaining by adding extra details, especially ones that are not true. Here are the screenshots of her saying that I embellished this story, and here's the audio of a Vine saying that I embellished the story.
If you feel the need to over-embellish a story that's already good, that just makes you look like shit.
Okay, let's talk. Not only did I not embellish the story whatsoever, I actually left out details. Do you remember that, Judy? Like the part where you went through my friend's retainer case for no particular reason, or the part where my brother ate your slice of pizza because you repeatedly said that you did not want pizza, and then when he ate it you got legitimately angry to the point where he got scared and hid in the bathroom. I will stop there. I did not embellish that story, and this is the main reason why I'm making this video. The majority of what I do on my channel is tell you guys stories. The one thing that could ruin that is if I lost my credibility. If I began lying or someone started saying I was lying, then yeah, that would make my stories probably less appealing to people. In one of the screenshots, she is talking to one of you guys, I don't know who it is, and you guys are reasonable people, so you were listening to her side of the story, but here's the thing. She is cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. I feel like I'm whispering because I don't know, I feel like she's here. Well, she is here. Hi, Judy. But for lack of a better word, she's not credible. And that's the thing that pisses me off, is that somebody somewhere would listen to her. That's why I'm making this video. Because the fact of the matter is she has been making Vines for over a month obsessively. And yes, I'm using the term obsessively because I am a 22-year-old woman and she is in her 30s. She has 3 kids and I am single, 22 years old, and just making videos for the internet. The fact that this has plagued her life is just, it's beyond me. That's what pissed me off the most, is that she said that I embellished the story, but the fact of the matter is she hasn't been able to stop talking about this situation. Don't you think the number one thing she would be talking about if I did embellish the story would be what I embellished about? She has not mentioned that not once. She just says, oh, she embellished the story. But where though? But where? You know, I know you're watching this, Judy. You know I did not lie. You know I left things out, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. And I'm not gonna mention your name like you mentioned my name on your Vine. Not only did you mention my name on your Vine, but you took a private message that I sent to my best friend Jen over a year ago. You took that private message of me without makeup on that was not sent to you in the first place, and you felt the need to put it up on your Vine page. And I think that says a lot, because you know what? Although you fucked with me and you've disrespected me in that way where you've put my name and my face and private messages out there, I am still protecting your identity. I am still not using your name. The only reason why anyone knows your name in the first place is because of you, because you insisted on saying that you were Judy, and now you want to say that my fans are stalking you and that they care so much.
When people stalk you and you call them out on it and they say, what? We don't care about you. Then why'd you come here in the first place?
I'll put up another audio.
Because I like to give to charity, and clearly the girl is in need of making some money. Check out Jessie Smiles YouTube.
You say shit like that and I am still here protecting your identity and semi being nice to you. The thing is, of course people are gonna go on your page. They are humans and they are curious. They are not stalking you. And the fact that you called me a charity not only is super rude in general, but do you realize that if I privated your video, the psycho lady slept over my house story time, not only would my channel continue to grow, but my life would go on? Like, I don't know if you think you're this important staple on my channel. It was just this passing story that I told, honestly. And the only reason why anyone cares to go see who you are is because I told a story about you. Get over yourself, Judy. Now I'm gonna move on to this.
The only solid advice that I can give America's youth is don't hang out with judgmental bitches. They'll have you puking within an hour.
Did we get a straw, suck up the wine, and then shove it in your asshole? Did we get the weed, roll it up, cut off your nipples, and stuffed it in your tits? No, we fucking didn't. You drank and you smoked because you are an adult. Literally was so offended when I heard this. First of all, judgmental bitches, girl. That night, you were lucky that we were not judgmental bitches. You were lucky that although you were throwing up, making a damn fool of yourself, and getting kicked out of the fucking club, you had people there watching out for you. We made sure not only that you were okay. You know what? I'm actually not gonna say we, I'm gonna say Jen, because at a certain point, I just gave no fucks anymore because you were being ridiculous. But Jen made sure not only that you were okay, but that you got fed at fucking IHOP, and then you slept in my home. I let you back into my home after you literally were being crazy. So you can call us judgmental all you want, but at the end of the day, we were very kind to you. I made that video because that's what I do. I did not make that video because I wanted your life to be miserable or because I wanted to make you feel bad. And if I made you feel bad, I do want to say I'm sorry. That is never the intention of my stories. My stories are to entertain my viewers. It's not to make anyone else's life worse or for me to capitalize on anyone's misfortune. I genuinely did not believe that anyone was gonna find out who you were, and I was even thinking in this past month, like, let me send her an email and let her know that this was not my intention at all and this has gotten out of hand. But now you've gotten out of hand, and I'm gonna just give you a little word of advice. You are not someone whose job is the internet. You can put your page private. By not putting your page private, you are showing that you do not care that people are going on your page. Number 2, you commented on my YouTube channel, on the video about you. How do you expect that to stop people from going on your page? If anything, that only made it worse. But I have a feeling you knew that, because secretly, I think you are having a fucking ball. I think you are loving this shit. For the love of baby Jesus, just move on. Everyone else has. Honestly, this would have gone away had you not obsessively vined about me. You could do whatever the fuck you want. Okay, this is a free country, do whatever you want. But by doing whatever you want, you already know the result you're gonna get. Now, for everyone watching this, you're gonna go on her page, obviously I know that. If I see any comments about her looks or anything that is bullying towards her, I will block you myself. That has nothing to do with this story. That never had anything to do with this story. Although most people did not do that, I did see a few people that did. I don't condone that. That's not the fucking point of all of this. Last night on Twitter, she got into a little like quarrel or a little Twitter fight, whatever, with a minor, whatever. You know, there's a lot of minors fighting with adults on the internet. But the thing that upset me the most about the situation was this minor had absolutely nothing to do with my video and nothing to do with harassing this woman. The Viner had posted a Vine way before any of this happened saying, I just got kicked out of Walmart for organizing shit. And this woman, Judy herself, watched that Vine and just assumed that it was someone attacking her based off of my video and started getting into a fucking fight with this girl who just was saying that she got kicked out of Walmart for organizing shit. Like, what's next, Judy? Are you gonna search organization as a hashtag on Instagram and go fucking ham on everyone? I know you love organization, but you don't own it. And although over 300,000 people have seen that video, that is a very small percentage of the world. I promise you, not everyone is out to get you. Nobody cares that much. But yeah, honestly, I'm just like so sick and tired of this shit, and I know I've been kind of like venting about it on Twitter, and a lot of you were like, oh my god, let us know what's happening. This is all that's been happening. The internet, man. Holy shit. You let someone sleep over your house, give them 2 glasses of wine, and this shit happens. And no, Judy, I'm not doing this for money. This bitch swears she's Justin Bieber.
In all the clubs you get in using my name.
Ain't nobody's gonna get into any club using your name, Judy. Do you understand? Yeah, I know Judy. Yeah, get the fuck out. I'm not using your name for views because that's not even a thing. Is that established? Wonderful. I don't know what's gonna happen after this video is posted. Pray for me. Anyway, I'm over it. I'm so fucking over it. I gotta go. Thank you for watching. Thank you for bearing with me when I do stupid shit like this. I love you guys so much, and I will see you on Saturday. Judy, stop. That has never happened to me on a plane. We're on the way back to the gate, and this guy comes running up the aisle, and he's like, I gotta go. And I'm like, me too.